All I've got to say is thank you, Mr. Jackman. Thank you. Hey, what is up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Logan. So Logan stars Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, and what this film is about. It's about when, Logan, he's getting old. He's getting very old. He's getting sick. The adamantium is kind of like eating him alive. And, he's taking care of Professor X, who really isn't that well either. And now both of them, both Logan and Professor X, have a mission now to try and get this girl to a certain place. And let's just say there's something special about this little girl. So, what did I think of Logan? Now, I went to Logan with very, very, very high expectations because I heard it was going to be more of a low-grounded superhero movie. It was going to be more character-based and everything. It wasn't going to be like this big, epic film. It was going to be more or less a very low-grounded movie. And by the looks of the trailers, it really did seem like that. And I was like, you know what? I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do with this movie. And did they exceed at that? Absolutely, positively, yes, they indeed exceeded on that. 100%. Logan is a fantastic superhero movie. Superhero movie. This is, you get your superhero elements in it, but this is more of a drama, really. This is more of a drama film. It's a very, like I said, low-grounded superhero movie. It feels more like a drama. It feels like movies like, The Dark Knight or The Crow, where it's more of a drama more than it is a comic book movie or a superhero film, because it's mostly character-driven. And, it's not like this big epic movie. It's centered around really characters, and that's what it really mostly does, and that's what I think Logan does perfectly, to be honest. So let's get into my positives with the film. And my positives are, first being the acting is fantastic in this movie. Hugh Jackman, of course, as Logan/Wolverine, he was great. I loved him in this movie. This is honestly, I think, his best performance as the character. He was just fantastic. He gives it his all in this movie. I absolutely loved him. It was a great final note to go on with, because of course this was going to be his final movie as Wolverine, and he was just fantastic, and he did an excellent job in this movie. I definitely think he went out on a high note, and he definitely, gave it his all in this movie. Absolutely loved him in the film. Patrick Stewart, man, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, fantastic. I absolutely loved him as Professor X in this movie. He did such a great job in my eyes. Loved him in the film. The little girl who plays, the girl that they need to get to the place. I actually don't want to kind of say what her mentality is, but I'll just say it was some of the best things about this movie, and I loved it so much. And she was definitely one of the best aspects of this movie. I really enjoyed her character, and she did a really good job in the film. And the guys who played the villains as well were really good. I enjoyed them as well. So yeah, the acting is really good in this movie, especially from Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, who give fantastic performances. So yeah, the acting is really good. The action, like I said, this is more or less a drama movie, and these action scenes are not your typical big action set piece action scenes. You know what I mean? It's not like the Avengers. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like big, grand, and big and grand or anything like that. It's, there's still action scenes, and they're very well filmed, and they do use the R rating very well in this film. They seriously do. They use the R rating absolutely tremendous in this movie. They legitimately use it, because it gets brutal at points in this movie, a lot. The action scenes were very, very brutal, and they do use the R rating to its full effect in this movie. So yeah, the action scenes were very well filmed, and like I said, used the R rating very well in this movie, and they do use it very well. So yeah, the action scenes were great. Like I said, the way that it just focuses on characters and how it does that in this movie was great, and it makes you really feel for these characters. Like, you really feel bad for Logan because, he's getting old and he's getting sick and really doesn't want to do this anymore. Like, his claws can barely come out of him now. Like, that's how old he's getting and how sick he's getting. And you just feel so bad for him. And so with Professor X as well, it's just it's somewhat depressing to see what has happened to these characters. But, once you see that there might be just a little bit of hope again, in this movie with this little girl, that's just great. And, Professor X does see that. So, it's just fantastic. And just the way it focuses on these characters in this movie was absolutely tremendous. I absolutely loved it with this movie. The writing was fantastic. I thought the writing was absolutely great with the movie. The writing was so fantastic. The directing, it was directed by James Mangold, I believe that's his name. Did a great job directing the film. I absolutely loved his directing with this movie. It was very beautifully shot. Cinematography was gorgeous. I absolutely loved the directing with this movie. Very, very well directed. Absolutely loved the directing with the movie. The villains weren't too bad, actually. I actually quite liked the villains in this movie. I know some people had some issues with them. But I actually thought what they had to do for their purpose of the story was good. And I thought they did a pretty solid job. So, yeah. And the pacing was really good, too. The movie's 2 hours and 17 minutes. And I was invested in the entire film. Like, I really was. Like, my eyes were glued to the screen. And I was invested 100% in this movie. So, yeah. So overall, I think Logan is a fantastic movie. It's certainly just marvelous. It's definitely one of the best comic book movies, I think, ever now. And it's definitely the best in the X-Men franchise. And this is something I think all of you should see. So it's time for my official grade on Logan. And my official grade on Logan is without question an A+. It definitely deserves it. It's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, go out and see it, please. It's so great. It was such a, great, homage and goodbye to, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And it's just so fantastic. It's so great. How they just focus on these characters are so incredible. It's so amazing. It's very well done, character-driven, drama superhero movie. It really is. And you should definitely see it. It's absolutely fantastic. I love Logan. Definitely deserves an A+. So, what did you think of Logan? Leave in the comment section below. Now I'm Film Fan 0599, and we'll see you all later. Peace.